I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA, inside my DNA, inside my DNA. I'm not a politician, I'm not about a religion. I'm a Israelite, don't call me black no more. That word is only a color, it ain't facts no more. It ain't facts no more, it ain't facts no more. Buzzing, radar just buzzing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not like us, we don't want no association. Giving Jewish people a misrepresentation and using Jerusalem just for gentrification. The devil in disguise, the shit identity fraud. You claiming my religion, but you don't believe in God. You killed Jesus Christ, then you killed hip-hop. My good Jewish people, it's time to drain the swamp. Exposing the snakes in the grass and the hypocrites. Eliminate all the pedophiles and degenerates. Abusing our tribe is something to hide behind. Even the Bible said you're the destruction of mankind. Ruining our culture, you the dirtiest and slimiest. You the reason that the whole world hating Zionists. You the reason that I have to deal with anti-Semitism and keep having to apologize to Muslims and Christians. Because of y'all, everybody blaming Israel. Because of y'all, civilian children are getting killed. I'm unifying Ashkenazi and Sephardic. Let's free Palestine and turn the devil to our target. Because we long overdue for a peaceful compromise. Once we recognize there's evil on both sides.
Jesus Christ, he ain't holding nothing back.
Hey, yo, I don't think people understand how funny this is. Okay, watching this guy and listening to him, this is just hilarious, people, okay? Because I guess he didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo that him or his people are not the Jews, okay? So, and that's with my Maury Povich voice, okay? You are not, all right? You're not them peoples, but I guess he didn't get the memo, okay? So when you know the truth, when you really know what the truth is, then you listen to this, it's freaking hilarious. Okay, this is really hilarious, folks. So
Jerusalem in the building. Hustle guard. First Jewish trapper in a camouflage lifted truck. I just lit a blunt. Hot boxing with the window shut. Straight power plays. Nowadays I don't give a fuck. It's like my middle finger on Viagra. It keeps sticking up. Mazel tov, bitch. I'm the hustle guard. Put the safety on the rod. I'm in synagogue. Way too hot to handle. Spit that solar panel. Roll 8 joints. Light them up like a menorah candle. Every Hanukkah my mama watching Adam Sandler. Trying to own farmland like a cattle rancher. Smoke good weed, drinking hard liquor. I'm the one that bring the bars to the bar mitzvah. Had to educate them like a GED. They saw the 6-point star, they thought I was GD. BELIEVE, JW. You know you made it when your plug speak Hebrew. Happy Hanukkah, motherfucker. Rosh Hashanah, Passover. We celebrating and hustling every day on that Jewish shit. Believe that.
Hey yo, you really, this is amazing, people. Okay, 2024, this is amazing stuff right here we watching, folks. Okay, this is history in the making. While we looking at all of this, okay, now either he really don't know what's going on, or he's like a puppet for this system that just wants to, you know what I'm saying, do their last stand and try to fool the people like we don't really know what's going on. But regardless of whatever this dude is talking about, okay, the ish people, okay, the ish people, the people calling themselves Jews but are not, in my Maury Povich voice, you know what I'm saying, to look, okay, you listen to the stuff he talking about that, what he say, the Ashkenazis and the Sephardics and blah, 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 and what else he say? He blaming everybody else for what's going on in the world, and his people are, there's some kind of tribe or something, when basically Europeans don't organize in tribes, you know what I'm saying? So this is very, you know what I mean, revealing. Okay, this is very revealing right here, okay, for the people that know the truth and the people that don't, okay, and then you got that black dude come, and of course we gotta have some type of black dude, so-called, you know what I'm saying, being on dicks.
Jesus Christ, he ain't holding nothing back.
You know what I mean? We gotta have that because he don't know the truth. So he's just going along with the get along. So, yo, this video is very telling. But, like I said, them ish people, like I said, okay, ish. It means something like, kind of like, job like, you look, maybe, you might be them peoples. Okay, look it up. Okay, there's suffix, it's a suffix. Do your education on this ish thing. Okay, so like I said, this video is very hilarious, people. But in this video we gonna get into it, okay? Because we're gonna reveal the truth about his people, the Ashkenazis, everything. If you watch this video to the end, you're gonna see, okay, these people are frauds, okay? They always been frauds. This is the biggest news. This is the biggest news right now, okay? That people just believe these lies all this time. But in this video, we're gonna reveal all the truths, okay? We got DNA evidence. We got DNA evidence over here. So that's it. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna argue with DNA proof? You gonna argue with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be amazing. But this right here is just the icing on the cake. And by the time you finish watching this video, then you go back and you listen to his raps and then get your laugh on like I'm getting mine on. Alright, so let's go.
I'm about to show you something extremely controversial. It's even illegal in the state of Israel to obtain this. And if you do obtain it, it's illegal to show it and or talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, my DNA. Now, I bet you thought it was going to be a lot crazier than that, right? Now, you might ask yourself, why is it illegal to obtain this in the state of Israel? Because it proves through your DNA that Jews around the world have no ancestral ties to the land of Israel. Because it proves through your DNA that Jews around the world have no ancestral ties to the land of Israel.
Have you heard of the Kuzalim?
Yeah, that's us. That's me, actually.
Okay, so what is your, this is a question that comes from outside of Israel. What is your opinion about the theory that Ashkenazim came from Kuzalim?
It seems relevant. It's quite obvious that white Jewish people, Ashkenazim from Europe, are not genetically, as much as I can tell, I'm not an expert, but they don't look the same like Arab Jews, people that came from Arab countries, and Ethiopians. I don't think there's a lot of, there may be some genetic relations, but there's a lot of genetic differences. And any theory that says that we're not genetically come from the same ancestors makes sense to me.
We Jews have been in the land of Israel since the times of biblical Joshua.
Who is we? No, really, who is we? You live in Israel, so I don't expect you to be able to provide genetic or ancestral receipts for your claims about us Jews, because those kinds of receipts are illegal in Israel without a court order and other special permissions. The Jerusalem Post explains such a thing cannot exist as kits sold directly to the public, going on to say that they have possible effects on subjects and their families. Furthermore, the national implications of these tests could hold or affect, nice grammar, Jerusalem Post, could hold or affect with Israel being a government-recognized Jewish state. Don't you just love when they say the quiet parts out loud? But since they won't let you get receipts for us Jews, I brought my own. Wow. So I, an Ashkenazi, have no genetic or ancestral ties to the region of historic Palestine. I, an Ashkenazi, have no genetic or ancestral ties to the region of historic Palestine, and and yet Israel still claims it's my homeland, which I could move to and become a citizen of under the ironically named Law of Return.
We're playing chess, not checkers over here. Yeah. You see, this is where it all started. This is where it all started. The good old Landover. The good old Kenland. 65-14. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to tear this bitch up. You know what I'm talking about? So, okay, back to the zoo. Okay. I want to give thanks. I want to give some thanks. First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for tuning in and being here. I really appreciate you. I want to give some shout outs. I want to give some salutes. So first and foremost, I'm going to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out and a salute to Eugene Docu Stories, or Eugene from Kenya. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate Eugene. I suggest you go ahead and check out his channel. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's really grown on me. Okay, at first, when I first seen him, I was a little like, well, what's up with cuz and this and that. But over time, I see that he is really dishing out the truth. Okay, he is really going hard and dishing out the truth. So salute to him. I'm gonna give a shout out to Lane Smith. All right, this is a new subscriber to my channel. I really appreciate you, Lane Smith. All right, once again, you won't regret this. All right, because I got a lot of little action-packed things coming up. All right. I'm going to give a salute to @Cynthian3712. I'm going to say that again. @Cynthian3712. I really appreciate this person. This person made multiple comments on one of the videos I did. It had to do with someone called Simeon Toko out of Angola. You know what I mean? So this person is a very knowledgeable person over here on this channel. I personally love people with knowledge, all right? Knowledge that goes outside the box, that really tells me a lot about people. So this person made multiple amazing comments, all right? I don't know if this person subscribed to my channel. I hope they do or did, but salute to this person. I'm also gonna give a salute and a shout out to Davon Ross. Alright, he might be pronouncing it different. He might pronounce it Devon, but we're gonna say Davon Ross. We're gonna give him a shout out and salute. Alright, this is a personal friend of mine. This man is a musical genius on the piano, the keyboard, all that, just music in general. All right, I don't see nobody that can do what he can do. You know what I mean, with that keyboard. Okay, I don't see nobody taking music to where this man could take it. So I'm giving this man a special salute. All right, so go ahead, check him out, check out his music. You're going to hear more about him in the future. All right. And he subscribed to my channel. So thank you to him. Thank you to him. So I also, like I said, I thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Kevin K. Go Hard Truth, in association with Zoo Lion Uncut. All right. I'm the self-appointed head of the Sovereign Delegation. All right. I'm your host, KK. Some people call me Sovereign King K, Kevin K. Go Hard. I go by many names. So thank you for that. Thank you for tuning on in. Okay. So like I said, this is a hot topic right here. We never knew we was gonna get some DNA evidence. We never knew that this was gonna come out, but 2024, the year of truth, is here. It's here. So the fact that this is here, it means a lot. It means a lot. People really can't really grasp the concept of why this is so important, but this is the biggest news. This is the biggest news. Well, not the biggest, but it's part of a bigger story. All right. So everybody's looking at the whole P. Diddy situations, the freak offs. Okay, yeah, that's big news. But just to get around all the complexities of that, okay, basically that's just revealing that the whole entertainment industry, the whole industry they're all devil worshipers. All right, so let's just get to the point of everything that's going on, and that's what it is. And the fact that you have this evidence where you have people that's been calling themselves the Jews, you know what I mean, and they're entitled to this and that, and they're the chosen people, and to find out after all these years they've been lying, this is big. This is breaking news, people. It's not a game. So let's go.
Ashkenaz is one of the Gentile nations. Now, 80 to 85% of today's so-called Jewry, those who claim to be Jews in the world today, 80 to 85% of them are what is known as Ashkenazi Jews. And an Ashkenazi Jew is so named because he primarily descends from this guy in the Bible named Ashkenaz, which is clearly listed as one of the Gentile nations. Now, the reason for this is that there was a nation of people who were Europeans, white people, known as the Khazars. And in the 8th century after Christ, the whole nation of the Khazars turned unto Judaism. They converted to the religion of Judaism. Of course, it was a false, Christ-rejecting religion. And for a few hundred years, the empire of the Khazars was a power in Eastern Europe, and they followed the religion of Judaism. But eventually they were defeated by the Russians, and they were scattered into Eastern Europe. And so a lot of the Eastern European Jews today are the descendants of the Khazars.
And so a lot of the Eastern European Jews today are the descendants of the Khazars.
I was today years old when I found out.
Ashkenaz, the eldest of the 3 sons of Gomer, the son of Japhet, and the name of a kingdom, referencing these same verses. Most likely it was the Scythian kingdom. And then after a few hundred years, they're lost from history. So they have zero to do with Israel, zero to do with Jewish people, zero to do with Ashkenazi Jews today. Zero. You say, well, where did the name Ashkenazi came from? So a little over 1,000 years ago, as Jewish people scattered around the world had now emigrated in Europe and now were living in the Rhineland in Germany, they looked at the name Gomer in Genesis 10, and they connected Gomer with Germany, so they took on the identity of the name Ashkenaz. It has nothing to do with Ashkenaz in the Bible, which is a descendant of Japhet. It's just a name that was taken. Okay, it's that simple. Just like my last name Brown doesn't refer to the color of my skin or anything else. It was shortened from a Russian name when my grandfather came over at Ellis Island. The name got shortened to Brown. It's just a name. That's all it is. So the idea that Ashkenazi Jews are descended from Japhet is a myth, 100% false, zero truth to it. Just study the history, look into it, check the Bible dictionaries, encyclopedias, the archaeological works, you'll find the exact same thing.
That this is God, chosen people, and this is their land. And 144,000 has already been awakened, regaining the memories, and soon to have their powers. When this solar flash hit the cabal, won't know what to do with them. These are the first fruits. The 144,000 is sealed and awake. I don't think the cabal understand what this means. The chosen ones are already awoke and gaining all of their memories. This means bad business for them. They know what's coming. Just picture this. 144,000 black people with superpower godlike abilities. Me and Putin try to warn them we're dealing with something we don't quite understand. They are ancient gods, primordial.
Key takeaway points and food for thought. 1. The original Jews are defined as those from the line of Judah. Judah was the fourth son of Jacob. 2. Ashkenaz was the first son of Gomer and is from the line of Japheth and not Shem. 3. They labeled themselves as Ashkenaz but claimed to be from the line of Shem. If they knew their history, would this error have been made? 4. The term Ashkenazi Jew is historically incorrect, as previously mentioned Ashkenaz and Judah are from separate lineages. 5. They self-identified as Ashkenazi and were not labeled as such. Due to the confusion in establishing their true lineage, one could suggest this has been a ploy to hijack the identity of an already established people. 6. It's claimed that the Ashkenazi people have been lost to history. But, are people ever lost to history, or are they invaded, conquered and assimilated?
Okay, let's put everything into context. Okay, this is for all the people that said that the Bible was fake. Everybody that fooled themselves into believing that the Bible's fake, but the Bible keeps on proving that it's true. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read some scriptures that have to do with this subject. Okay, Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemies of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Okay, so right there in that scripture, okay, it's exposing that there are people calling themselves Jews, but they're not. And then it tells you who they are, that they are of the synagogue of Satan. Okay, this was always in the Bible. The whole time you've been alive, it's been there. All right, so don't look at me. It was in the book the whole time. I suggest you go talk to your pastor or your reverend and ask them why they didn't tell you. All right, I'm gonna quote Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. In that scripture, once again, it goes even further. It goes even more in detail. It says, which say they are Jews, but are not, with my Maury Povich voice, all right? But they do lie, okay? And then it goes on to say they will come into worship before thy feet to know that I have loved thee. Okay, they're the fake Jews. So who is thee? Okay, thee means you, talking to you. It's talking to the true Jews, which should be your next question. If they're not the true Jews, then who are the true Jews? And people are gonna have to face the facts that it's the so-called black people, especially in America, but spread all over the four corners of the earth. The so-called black people, the Negroes, okay? So it was written in the Bible the whole time. It was written in the Bible the whole time, okay? Then I'm gonna quote Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19, where it says, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of my affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So in that scripture, okay, it's going to be a whole bunch of people, these Gentiles, these people calling themselves Jews-ish folks. It's going to be a lot of people that's just going to come out the woodworks to find out that they were told lies, that these things that they were told and believe are not true. So this is all written in the book for the people that want to say that the Bible isn't true, okay? And it is. So I just wanted to put that in there for context.
I'm a Palestinian. From 21 until 48, I carried a Palestinian passport. There was no such thing in this area as Jews and Arabs and Palestinians. There were Jews and Arabs.
Don't you... I mean, you deny that there was a Palestine Arab people before, but there is now a Palestine liberation movement. The history of liberation movements are that they grow. Won't this one grow and become in end, in fact, your biggest enemy?
I don't say there are no Palestinians, but I say there is no such thing as a distinct Palestinian people of all the Palestinians who live in Jordan. Why have the Palestinians in the West Bank become more Palestinians since the 5th of June 67 than they were before? Why didn't they set up a Palestinian country in addition to Jordan? Supposing your premise is right, then what should they have done? They should have set up another independent Palestine and fought from there. They didn't do that. They adopted the fact that they are in Jordan. They've adopted the Jordanian citizens. They are the majority in Jordan. They are in parliament. They are in government. What has happened since? Why have they become more Palestinian conscious since the War of 67?
This feels like Christmas morning. I got a 23andMe ancestry and health kit. I think that I kind of want to start with the ancestry side. And it says ancestry composition. I'm 49.9% Ashkenazi Jewish. That's not a huge surprise to me at all, since my mom's side of the family is completely Jewish. My dad's side is not Jewish though. So let's go to there. Let's see what's going on. This is like, I feel really like on the spot. Okay, so I'm 100% European, which again is not a huge surprise to me, but it's just funny seeing it like that. I'm 49% Ashkenazi Jew, totally. British and Irish and German and French, a little bit Scandinavian, Northeastern European. Yeah, it's not super exciting, but I kind of know all of that information. I didn't realize how much of my family was from Germany though, so that's interesting. So let's see if I can get more information on this. It's funny, like I know where like my relatives and stuff came from, but it's kind of fun to see it broken down like this. Yeah, totally not surprising having the British and Irish be pretty strong. The German is though, so I wonder who came from Germany. I wonder if it has to do with the Ashkenazi Jewish part of my family. No really Scandinavian, no Italian. Wow, okay. It's pretty vague. It doesn't give you like, which it makes sense, but there's nothing really random in there. There's a tiny bit of East Asian and Native American, like the slightest. The first thing that they're telling me to do is do the late onset Alzheimer's disease. I do have some dementia in my family, so I wouldn't be super surprised if this was positive, but my heart's racing a little bit. I don't know. So I don't have the whatever, however you say that. So there's zero variants detected, which is, I guess, a positive thing. Cool. So Parkinson's disease. Let's open that guy up. I know that's like a very, so I have 0 variants detected. So age-related macular degeneration, a variant detected, not likely at increased risk. I'm not totally sure what that totally means, but AMD, we're familiar with that condition, but we'll see. I'll do more research on this. Have a slightly increased risk of celiac disease, which I've actually been tested by, like, I've gotten blood work and stuff done for celiac disease, and I definitely, gluten is harder for me to digest, but yeah. Interesting.
Let's unravel the mysteries behind Ashkenazi genetics. Ashkenazi Jews are a Jewish diaspora population who formed in the Holy Roman Empire around 1,000 years ago. The total Ashkenazi population is estimated at 10 million people. Today they live mostly in the United States as well as in Israel, where they represent over a third of the Jewish population. They are descended from Levantine Jews who mixed with native Europeans, mostly from southern but also from Eastern Europe. The combination of European and Levantine admixture makes Ashkenazi Jews genetically close to Southern Italians, Sicilians, Greek Islanders, or Maltese people. Using ancestral populations, Ashkenazi Jews can be modeled as being roughly 49% Anatolian Neolithic farmer, 24% steppe, 13% Natufian, and 9% Iranian Neolithic, with minor Caucasian, North African, and East Eurasian contributions. Get your custom DNA report today at world-genetics.com.
The results are in, y'all. And good news, I'm not from the Walmart discount section. First up, we are 50% Jewish. Woo! Yes, I did have a bat mitzvah. Next, we got 26% Indigenous Americas, aka Mexico, aka Aztec warrior. Then we got 14% coming from Spain. Shout out to all those conquistadors. Then 3% Basque. Interesting. This is like the full little map thing they give you. And then I also get to see people I'm related to that I've never even heard about before. Kind of crazy, kind of cool, it's kind of scary.
I would interject that the true biblical Hebrews are the so-called African American people.
So as a Gentile, I'm here to profess, black people, you are Israelites, you are the chosen ones, you are a prestigious people. You're
Zephaniah or Zephaniah, a Negro Israelite, a son of Cush. Zephaniah means Yahweh hides. Now, Zephaniah's father was named Cushi, and Cushi as an adjective, that means black. In both Hebrew, it means black, and in Greek, it means black. Now, Cushi is an affectionate term for a Negro of Ethiopian origin, derived from the biblical land of Cush. And it is an area that was alongside the Niger River. And if you actually look at ancient maps in 1736, and ancient maps in 1747 of Africa, you'll find a country called Negro Land and the Kingdom of Judah. This is of utmost importance for us to understand how Yahweh is gathering the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad. Because what actually happened is in this Gulf of Guinea in Western Africa, European slave ship holders, they were Ashkenazi slavers. They were of European origin. They were Western Mongols that had infiltrated Britain and mainly Portugal. They were the Ashkenazi slavers. They were wealthy merchant slavers that went down to the coast of Guinea. They employed Mohammedan trappers, Islamics, to go into the Kingdom of Judah and Negro Land and take the royal house of Judah captive in slave ships, as it's recorded in the book of Deuteronomy, and bring them over to America, and they became known today as what? African Americans.
Remember the 400. I was a Christian missionary for years, but there came a time in my life when I realized that what I was taught about the Bible was a lie. In my confusion, I cried out for help. I met an Israelite who introduced me to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, who is described in the Bible as having hair white as wool and eyes red as fire. Yes, the God in the Bible is black. I'm grateful to witness the end of a 400-year period of slavery, foretold in the Bible of God's people, the Israelites in this new Egypt. The God in the Bible is black. The God in the Bible is black.
The God in the Bible is black, is black is black.
Alright, so this video is about black people and how they're actually superior, not just physically and all this and genetically and all that stuff, but actually they're the chosen people. Not all black people, but a lot of them, and even I could say, I don't know if I could say most of them, but many of them. Specifically the people that are living in America, and specifically the people who have been sent all over the earth on slave ships. Those people are superior, even in the Most High's eyes himself, because those people are the Israelites. And there's a scripture that says, not only it says if you bless them you'll be blessed, but there's also one that says you have to cling to them or you can't even be saved. So for one, that means acknowledging who they are, obviously. And for two, it means reading even their own scriptures, because these scriptures are not for everyone. They're for them, and if you want to follow after their God, but he's not all people are his people. You see how that works? So if you want to even be saved, you need to get in line, and you need to step behind his chosen people. Okay? And the reason that this earth is gone behind Satanism, racism, is because we live in a satanic world, and Satan exclusively hates these chosen Israelite black people more than anyone else, and he hates them and he wants to bury them. Because not only he hates them because they're chosen, but he hates them because literally, like I just explained, they're your and my hope to be saved. In other words, they're first, you're second. This is explained not only in the Bible, but also all of the books that should be in your so-called Bible, but were not allowed in by the Freemasonic organizations that rule and control the earth, because they don't want you to know all that truth. But it is out there. I know it's in Baruch. I know it's in Esdras. It's the message for this video. And again, say it again, black people, especially the Hebrew Israelites, the actual chosen people of the Most High, who was sent on slave ships, not for the sake of all of them, but for the sake of the many. Because just as all humans are fallen, the majority of them oftentimes did not follow after him, but he always had his Zion. He even always had his prophets. He always had his faithful people. But they were even sent into exile for the sake of the many. Because the Most High isn't playing around, and he deals with people as a whole. So he even deals with his chosen nation as a whole. So wrapping up this video, his chosen people are the black people who were sent on slave ships. You need to bless them if you even want to be blessed on this earth. And if you even want to be saved and make it into the next earth, you need to cling to this truth. And even metaphorically and even literally, cling to them.
You see, so we have another Gentile acknowledging that the so-called blacks are the true Israelites. And not only is he acknowledging that we're the true Israelites, but he's also he acknowledges their only hope literally is to cleave to the children of Israel, as it was prophesied that they would do. He also acknowledges that, the Israelites are superior. Not only are we superior to them, but every other nation upon this earth, which is in Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. He's acknowledging this. He understands this. So he's another Gentile blowing the trumpet and speaking truth about who the true Israelites are, so they have to cleave unto us. There's no other way. The same way we built their land up, they're going to have to come and build ours up. The same way we serve them, they're going to have to come and serve us. Double. That's been prophesied. So that's justice. Cleaving unto us as bound man and bound woman, as servants, servitude. They're going to have to come and build our land up. They're going to have to come and build it up. The same way we built theirs, they're going to have to come and build ours up now. You see, so it's reversing in 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9, and I'm paraphrasing. It said, but the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob there is. Their kingdom is coming to an end, and ours is literally getting ready to start. And then the other heathen acknowledging, she woke up and realized that the so-called blacks are the true Israelites. And also acknowledging that God is black, which his name is Yahweh. He is black. His only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he is also so-called black. Okay? So that's just the truth, Many will regurgitate and spew the truth out, because they serve the devil. And that's their father. So they'll do as their father. And many will take this truth, they'll drink it and come to life as an Israelite. And then if you're a Gentile, you'll wake up and realize, oh man, all this time we've been wronging the Israelites, the children of God, the children of the Most High. We need to right our wrongs, and the only way by right, and they know the only way by righting their wrongs is to begin to acknowledge who we are, which we are the children of Israel. That we are God's chosen people, the Most High chosen people, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahweh. They have to acknowledge that. They also have to get in order because, like he said, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. It's getting ready to flip and reverse, y'all. So these Gentiles, they're not stupid. They've been known this for a very long time. They're just now starting to blow that horn because they understand it's almost time for our exodus, y'all. We about to be up out of here. So as the children of Israel, we have to return back to our God, Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Repent of our sins and do your very best with keeping his law, statutes, and commandments if you truly love him, or else you will be destroyed right along with your enemies. Shalom.
My guy. You are most definitely wrong, because if it didn't matter, it wouldn't have been written. So a lot of people would like to know, what color is Jesus? What color is God's Spirit? So let's talk about it. And before I get started, please understand that this is not about the color, but it's about the truth. Yes, the Messiah was a black man, and God made his son in his image. God says in the Bible that his spirit is the color of jasper, sardine, and stone. In Revelation, it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. This is the color of white woolly hair. Who the only ones with woolly hair that stand out from the rest of the people? Black people. It said his feet was unto the color of fine brass, burnt in a furnace. Now this picture is the color of fine brass burnt in a furnace. Extremely black. The Messiah was a very, very dark man. And I know a lot of y'all like to say, no, he's Middle Eastern. So if y'all believe that he's Middle Eastern, then y'all should know that the Middle East was a part of Africa, right? Full of black people, dark black people. Wait, but y'all love to say, no, he's an olive skin color. Well, let me tell you something. I only know two different color olives, the green olive and the dark black olive. So tell me which one it is. There's pictures from the 13th century of a black Messiah and black saints. To be honest, almost everybody in the Bible was black, and a lot of them had locks. That's why I'm kind of glad that a lot of us are coming back to our roots. A lot of us are starting to get locks, because it's really a part of who we are. So the Messiah had hair like wool that was as white as snow. He was the color of fine brass burnt in a furnace. He was from the Middle East, which back in those times was Northeast Africa. So I don't know who this man is, or what agenda they trying to put out. Even if they didn't believe that the Messiah was black, the least they could have did was make the hair white, make the eyes red. Like I don't know who they thought they was fooling with that image. Like, that's the true deception of Christ. Most of those people in the Bible was blacker than coal.
All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate this. I know that this was mind-blowing news. Okay, I know it is, but it is what it is. Okay, they're not the true Jews. They're not the true Israelites. Okay, they go by they go by Ish. It's Ish at the end of their names, where it tells you that they're not the ones. There's something like, kind of like, maybe close, but they are not, with my Maury Povich voice. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this wasn't new news for real. I've known about this for decades. Okay, I've been trying to put it out there, but when I first put it out there, people couldn't hear what I was saying. In 2024, we're gonna see if this message can be received, because it is the truth. It is the truth. They don't have no connection to Israel. Okay, so what are they doing? What are they doing over there? Like, what are they doing over there? Okay, they went over there and they strong on their way over there. Okay, and they out there they reaping all the benefits. You gotta understand, The Bible says when you bless Israel, you're going to be blessed. All right. So people around the world just been giving them money, but they are not. They are frauds. They are frauds. Okay. And for the so-called black people, okay, basically they've been receiving all the benefits that belong to you, and you should feel some kind of way. Okay, you should feel some kind of way about that, but you know, everything happened for a reason, so we're going to accept where we at right now. But this information isn't out here for no reason. So, like I said, thank you for being here. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. And go ahead and comment below. Okay, what do you think? What do you think about this? Okay, DNA evidence, DNA proof now. Amazing DNA proof that confirms that they are not the true Jews. They are not the true Israelites. All right, that's huge, big. So-called black people are the true Jews, the Israelites. That's huge. Okay, so what do you think? It's true? It's false? You know what I mean? How do you feel about this DNA evidence? Go ahead and comment below and let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. So, I thank you so much. I didn't have to say too much for this video, but because all the information is there, this is all for educational purposes. I hope you learned something today. Okay? Make sure you share this video with a friend, you know, some family members or something like that. Y'all make sure y'all have a great day and have a great night. And I'm gonna hit you guys on the next one.